Welcome back, everybody. Hope you are all doing well again today. I thought we would play some Hyper Empire today. This just recently came out, and for those that do not know what Hyper Empire is, if you're a fan of 4X style strategy games, think like Sins of the Solar Empire, Solar, stuff like that. However, instead of, you can take hours, days, weeks in large systems, large, playthroughs. This is got a little bit shorter time frame and has got a auto battler system in there. So one of the main things behind this is, well, you get that 4X strategy space battle feel, but you should roughly, give or take how you play, 45 minutes-ish, give or take some time per run. So you can still have that fun of the 4X strategy game, but, you can, feel like accomplished because you finish your playthrough and can, you need just a little bit of filler, want to get a match in, here you go. But let us jump right in. Let me show you what we're talking about. Now, initially in the demo, and per usual, I'll leave you a Steam link down below in the description in case this catches your attention. And I don't know if the demo is still up for this or not, but initially in the demo, it's only a few turns you get, and you can only be the humans. So that, unless things have changed from when I played it and checked it out a few Steam Fest back. So the Human Federation, they get 50 faith per turn, and I'll show you that there's the construction in this is what you would normally think, money for this, science for this, faith for, this type of building and units. So that will kind of start with that. Let's see. Now, the others I'm not too sure of. So since they weren't there, I could see them, but I didn't try to remember because I couldn't use them. So Colonial Alliance, we got $100 per turn. Starts with 2 extra miners. That's really good. Alliance ships have the strongest armor and mount AoE weapons. All right, what was the weapons for here? Strongest shield, most accurate weapons. Okay, and then the pirates, weapons that will ignore shields. So they're, if you're thinking paper, rock, scissor, they'll be the best versus Human Federation. Then what is this? Unlock by repairing the carrier. Okay. And outriggers, their ships are well balanced between shields, armor. All right. So they're the jack of all trades, master of nothing. 50 fuel per turn and a workshop. Machine heresy, unlocked by beating 10 bosses. Okay. 1 population per turn. You get a free tech, aka tech tree. Heresy ships favor short-range beam weapons that cannot miss. All right, so they got to get in close, but when they start shooting, they're not missing diddly squat. Gotcha. I like this. I like armor. So I'm going to go with the Colonial Alliance. Normal. And let me show you where we're going, because it's not a timed thing or anything like that, so you don't have to worry. So what we'll do is you'll pick your starting sector, and it'll be you and another faction, usually pirates sometime, and usually another faction will be somewhere else, and they'll do the same things you. Ever so often, as you can see down here, event timelines are going to go, and it will be, hey, we've got to defeat so much stuff, so many of these waves that are going to hit us. And then once we defeat enough, we'll have a button that will, I believe it's right here, that the waves are going to keep coming. They're going to keep getting stronger. But we have a button here where we can go after the base, the boss, the big ship, whatever's in this zone. And when we do, we get the zone and be like, all right, you gain control of this sector. Now where do you want to go next? Touching what you want to do. And as you can see right here, this is your colony, the home of your empire. Everything you build is added to your colony. So we'll want to, if we start here, we couldn't pick here. We're going to need to touch. So, you can start here and go anywhere, but we're also going to be, we're going here, we're guaranteedly going to be touching somebody, somebody else. So I think we're going to start down here. Okay. So this is the enemy fleet, yup. And this is the enemy federation. It's a boss, defends the area. Destroying this boss grants control, like I said, and then we'll go on to the next one. All right, so exit there. So here we go. Here's our screen. Hydrium here. We get, we mine this. This is, or if you want to think about that, data, which we will get, faith, which you saw in the other one, because of that faction and they were very devout, they get this every time. Fuel, population. Now, instead of going, from planet to planet in your normal 4X, this screen right here, other than the auto battles and the little pop-up notifications we'll get, this is everything. So, like we'll start here. As you can see, increases population. We'll get this. It costs us 5 hadrium. We'll get 4 population. Basic food production is necessary to feed the crew. So we'll need that to feed people. Then it's one of those, once you have this, on these, once you have this, you can, let's go over here. 500 for this. Once we get this, all miners convert 15 hydrium to first 15 data per turn. So we're not getting, we got miners, we're going to gain 400 every turn. We can build this, then every turn where our miners are going to take 15 of that. So we got 4 miners. So we're going to lose. It's not just 15. I don't think. It should give us a total. Here we go. So we got 4 miners. So that's our 400, but it's 15 off of each one of these. So we're going to go down 60 hydrium per turn. So we're going to make 340, but we'll start making data. And as you can see, this is hydrium to do, and this is going to help us start kind of getting other stuff. So we're going to walk it down as we do this. Once we have this, we can start buying, and unlocking other ships. So it's one of those, and every few, forget how many turns it is, every few turns, a hero is going to pop up and say, hey, I like what you're doing, or hey, we've accomplished this. And it'll give us a choice of a couple of people. Here's, this guy has this buff. This guy has this buff. This guy or girl has this buff. Which one do you want? They'll fill in here. And then we'll keep them until we die. All right, but I like to get, let's see, produces. I like to go, because we got a few turns before we have to worry. Turn 1, there should be a timer that pops up eventually of we got incoming. So I'm going to go heavy into that. Okay. Trade post, use commercial cub. So we're going to gain population +1, and we're going to get 50 hydrium per turn, 300 up front. Boom. Let's do that. And we got to be careful of the population because, we've population also, we might have all the hydrium, fuel, whatnot in this sector, but does us no good if we don't have the people to put in the ship. We can have 100 capital ships. You don't have any crew, and then they're just nice fancy targets. Let's see if we can go over here. Yeah. So that'll come later. Contacts, trade routes. Yeah, there we go. As we get our tech, if I remember right, it goes from top to bottom. Because I always like to stop at the bottom. It's like, all right, what do each one of these get us? So like here we get 2 free fighters, building remote refueling stations, increase the range of effectiveness of scout fighters. So yeah, we'll get 2 fighters, but once they die, they die. It doesn't increase how many we can hold. We need to pump stuff into here to, increase our capacity, whether it's, 0 + 2 or 2 + 2 or, whatever. We got that. I can't. Well, you're 100, 250, 200. Yeah, we'll just, are we out of, oh, I for some reason, Yeah, we got nothing to do with 100. Boom. Everything rolls over. You know, whether it be us, opponents, that's it. So we get we get 50 miners, our population, our colony plus 50, faction 100. No data yet because we need to get this, which we're going to get. Let's see. Yeah, or we could just do this and start getting faith. And just let it start piling up, which might not be bad. That's going to be everything. What? I know I need more population all across the board. One. No, I'm not going to worry about that. All right. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Scout capacity is all that's going to give us. We got to get that because we got to get people. Or we could have done this over here too if we really wanted to. Get you running. I think that's it. Yeah. All right, the red glow of a sparking nebula shines through a veil of a massive junk field stretching across the width of some of the largest asteroid fields. Metallic debris, broken weaponry, and lost cargo floats through the vastness of space, clashing with the exterior of our fleet. Caution is recommended through this system, Commander. Our ships cannot withstand too much debris hitting their shields. So we lost 2 fighters for that. You know, all fairness, we don't rely that much on shields. We're supposed to be an armor group. All right, so we lost the fighters. Wait, we didn't have fighters to begin with. Yay! All right, we've got a few turns. Let's keep pumping stuff out. Got that. Are you the... Let's go ahead and get fuel running also. That's... Yeah, I gotta keep forgetting that's the trade, and I don't want to do that. All right. And we can go in. We can... It's going to be an auto battle no matter what. However, you can auto resolve it, or you can come in here, and as you get fleets, you can eventually drag, you know, the other stuff. This is always going to be here. The other, if we had fighters, we can move them around. Or, you know, we've got buttons down here to push, and they start. Here we go. Cluster missiles. Bam. All right. So we got 43 faith, which has bolstered the morale of my empire, and another 46 faith gained for defeating the Human Federation. Now we got enough tech. What are we going to get? And 3 free trading posts. That wouldn't be bad. Upgrade the hydrogen production. Each miner produces plus 10 hydrogen per turn. And we also get 400 flat out right now. Or we can get 2 free heavy fighters or more of that. Gain 10 fuel, 100 fuel generation. Increases our miner population by 5. And we instantly get 1 miner. We can get data generation. Let's go with a cosmic center, shall we? All right, so there's that. We're maxed on miners until we do other stuff. Population. No, we're gonna. There we go. We're gonna get a fighter. All right. That can up our miner capacity if we wanted more. Or, like over here, we can spend 200 fuel. And the Stingray fighter cap will go up +3, which those are the gunships. All right, so those are our light fighters. Dodge chance 25%. You got the better dodge. I'd rather get the Stingray. Well, we got to work our way down to get it. Let's go ahead and get that running. Ooh. There we go. All right, now here's what I was talking about. So we got all these people. We're going to be able to hold 5. So we can get one person that can up our miner capacity. We get one that's just, hey, here's free tech, free him, free treaty. All combat ships go up +1. And the carrier has +2 armor and heals. Now, I think I'd rather have that engineer, honestly. Now, let's do this to go ahead and get data generation. So that'll help. Level of innovation can be used to buy new techs as well as some buildings and ships. Yay! We could do this. Work our way up. Heavy fighter damage, capital escort. Do it. Yes. High spirits, flashing neon lights flood the streets of the colony as the people cheer, busting out the latest VF holo projectors to decorate the night sky. There doesn't seem to be any particular cause for the people's celebration. It appears to be a night to appreciate what we've made so far. Be good for everyone if just lay back and enjoy the sights tonight. Commander, the crew and the colonists have earned it. Looking up the night sky tonight, stars seem to sparkle even brighter. Plus 4,000 faith. All right, so we're going to get him. +7 carrier damage to their regular ship weapons. So that's anytime it fires, it's not me hitting special abilities. Gain 2 free heavy fighters. Gain 2 free light fighters in every battle that can't be permanently destroyed. So this will give us 2 every turn. Well, every battle. So, we know no matter what, it'll be us and 2 fighters. Gain 400 data and 400 fuel right now. That's not going to go on. What's the best down here? Increase armor of all combat units. Ooh. Unit cap goes up. Capital escort goes up. +5. All damage on all combat ships and the carrier. Ooh. I kind of like that. 1 free heavy escort. I want this right here now. There. All right. So what do we want to do? Population is maxed. What do we got here? The Empire. Colonial Alliance represents the far-flung colonists and merchants making a life for themselves out on the realm. Independence of the colonists naturally put them at odds with the authoritarian federation, actually. The alliance works closely with the mining guilds. All right. What we got here? We need 1,000. Well, I mean, we could, but not right now, I guess. Oh, yeah, we gotta have the outpost for that. Yeah, let's get you, and then we'll try to get you next. Technically, I could have pulled that up before our next fight to buy a whole bunch of ships, which would have been right now. All right, now here's what, I can't move him, but there we go. I was thinking I could move this once in a long time. All right, so Stingray, Scout. You're probably faster. Let's move you back. Start her up. Yeah, we need you down here. Some missiles. There we go. All right, so we lost one of each. That's fine. Got 4 of those. Some more faith. All right. Carrier. Get just 4 we get just 4 population real quick. Increase minor population. Yeah. Oh, we get 2 hymns. Well, okay. 3. Increase carrier energy supply by 50. No, let's do this to try to get some upgrade. We'll get that population gonna go up. We'll get some more data. That would be nice. And oh, it's 1200. I need that. Dad, how much are we getting? 350 minor. All right. Do that. That one is. We're good. Sure. All right. Energy and shields for everything is friendly. Fighter produce more. Need 2 free heavy fighters. That might not be bad. Let's do that. Oh, more miners. That. We're ready for that, but I'm not ready for that. Actually, yeah, let's do that here. Maybe try to get them to swing down. More missiles. And more missiles. And yep, more missiles. There we go. All right. And we can, whenever we're ready, we can do this. We're not ready. 1,000 for more of that eventually. Not sure what that is. It's just 700 data. Okay. Right, the fleet shows as they pass another long dead mining planet on the frontier. A tide of orbital satellite buoys drifted on the outer reaches of the planet's orbit. But one of our outer fleet guard cruisers report the satellites aren't marked with any identifiers. Soon, a hurricane of signals clash with our systems, scrambling everything. Reports coming in are saying that someone has hacked our accounts and stole some of our funds. It seems we've stumbled to an old hacker's trap called the orbital pickpocket. Unfortunately, Commander, there's nothing that can be done. The money's gone. All right, so that hurts. We could. Are we at? Oh, we're at pop cap. All right. Need to get more defenses. All right, miner goes up. Tech, treaty, all combat ships capacity go up. How about we get an admiral? Now we can at least get this if we ever get that up high enough. $2,000 for that. There. I'm not worried about the fuel. We'll let that pull. You know what? I think we'll let this one auto. Let's see how it goes. Okay. I wish we could auto and watch. Oh well. Trade that map. Yeah. I'm not ready. Okay, fighters. Get up our carrier energy supply. The shields would be nice. I mean, it is only fuel. Right now I need hydrogen. Ooh, derelict station. The carrier guides the fleet through militia space as an ominous, unidentifiable object looms on the galactic horizon. Our external scans are registering the object as hostile militia, but everything is quiet. Appears to be no docking bay lights on. No alerts are being broadcast. Remain cautious. Scouting parties surveyed the station. They're reporting that no one's home. That's the case, Commander. It may be in our best interest to scavenge whatever supplies we can. Who knows what we can find that would benefit our colony. 2,000 hydrium. That is amazing. You get something big. We could get a lot of these rolling. Those. Yeah. I'm thinking one of those. One of those. And maybe I don't know about the sector. Let's go. Yeah. Add +5 shield generation to all friendly. That's not too bad. Free miner right now. Let's just do that. Free miner. And that's not bad. We can do that and just go in. Count capacity. Boop. Sector battle. Let's do this. 4 of those, 2 of those. They got their own capital. Nah, we're going in. There it is. All right. No, we're not. We're gonna come down here. Oh, that's good shots. That's good shots. The missiles rolling. Clear the air so we can get everything rolling. Now, there we go. Everybody on that thing. So we definitely lost one ship, but he bought us the time we needed. Come on, fire. Boom. Five people. Oh, that's a lot of faith. Well, yeah, we only lost the one ship. That's amazing. All right. Let's go here. Okay. 10, 4, 6, 14, and a big boy. All right. All right. Race care, energy supply. More population. Light fighters gain a 15% dodge. There we go. All right. What? I know I can build more miners. Um, I need to get the more fuel going. Yes. Uh-oh. Comm shortage. There goes some data. The fleet limps along through Corp-owned space, taking a moment to rest after the last battle damaged large portion of the fleet's hulls. Crew members asked to call their families back at the colony. But unfortunately, Commander, we are getting reports that the communications array on the carrier is short-circuiting. If we hope to allow our crew to speak with their families or contact anyone ourselves, we need to send a maintenance crew to fix our comm system. All right. No one's talking to the house. All right. Got that. So we got that coming in. Pretty good. Let's get... We got that. We'll just do that for flat data. That. All right. Here, yeah. Hydrium is killing us there. We've got that. At least that goes up. Yeah, why not? We'll get a battle hub. And a gunship. I like watching and pushing the button. I get to push the button. Do it. Maybe I should get a repair going on. If I can get to 50 energy before we win. There we go. All right, so we lost. That's not bad. What? Those actually might be... Free tech. Let us get shield generation. So we got that. You're good. Your data per turn. We got data going pretty good. Got you up. Okay, that should be. What do we? Okay. That's a nice chunk right there. we'll sit on the rest. You know, let's just see. I'm not going to move anything. Let's see how it does. I don't like the fact that I lost a big boy. Machine writes. Chants echo through the carrier's corridors as the fleet drifts their way back home. Incense lingers through the ventilation systems as people report finding rights to the machine god in the select sections of the ship. Some people whisper concerns about this activity interfering with routine procedures. But there isn't much we can do otherwise. We will risk hurting fleet morale. Spirits will be high, Commander. We'll just have to keep an eye out in case trouble shows itself. 2,000 faith. All right. So we got that. Yeah, I would like that. We're just a little bit shy. Let's see. We need 3,000. So next turn, we'll just say 600 off of there. So I could spend 1,500-ish. No. Or I could just stockpile all of it. Ooh. All shields 20%. That's not. Oh, we could. Oh, because you're fuel. Yes, please. Everybody's shields plus 20%. We'll save up and we'll get one of those. Let's get second one of you, and then we'll get a miner. Good. That's gonna be a fun fight. And that. Ooh, I don't. Fire all the missiles at first. We'll do a heal. Alright, that's not bad. Those two for all that, yeah. Computer glitch. At least it's only data. The carrier leads the fleet out of warp speed and into an empty void of the frontier. Navigators on the command deck look outside, confused by the scattering of the stars. They rush to their computers and realize that our navigation systems have glitched. We aren't where we're supposed to be. In fact, we're unable to orient where we are on the frontier. Commander, get a maintenance crew up here in order to fix the navigation system so we can get on our way. All right, we're ready for the big boy fight. Not really. All right, let me get that rolling. More ships, I say. More ships. All escort damage plus 4. Yes. And we need that for you. We got the population coming in pretty good-ish. Do we want to pick a fight? We could probably pick a fight, right? See how much more we need. Because I'd like to get to where we can get close to the 400 hydrium. 400. 4,000. So that way we can get a nice capital escorts. Armed with heavy and light autocannons. She also has very heavy armor. Decided to duel other capital ships. Yeah, we got a pretty good fleet. Let's get them. Oh, not okay. Yeah. All right. No, we're not running. Not running. You down here too. Uh-oh, somebody's out of friends. Whoa, we didn't even lose anything. All right. A lot of faith. So I bet we get a him. Oh, all right. Well, we got a nice travel way in here. Let's go in here. All right. Didn't get a him. That's surprising. So increase my energy supply by 50. I think we were heading here. All right. So we got that. We could get the defenses back in place where we can start stockpiling again. So you are heavy escort. All right. We do this to get 2 more. I think I'd rather have that though. All right, so we can get more miners. Combat ships go up by 1. Treaty. Miner capacity. Right. Nothing ever wrong with that. Getting close. Count capacity. You know what? We'll get 1 just so we can say we got 1. All right, so we could get another plus 20 to shields because we got a lot of fuel. Sure. Me? Ooh. There. Oh, you're going to get smashed. I'm gonna let them take this. Okay. Oh, we could get a big boy. I want a big boy. Do I deserve a big boy, right? Or I could get this for 250 faith. So that way we can, yeah. That's, yeah. Now I'll get you. Distress signal. Deep within DSM Corporation controlled space, the fleet finds traffic stations ripped apart from naval cannon fire among derelict Federation ships painted under pirate colors. Massive battle has occurred here, and the carrier leads the fleet cautiously through a sea of debris. Commander, we are receiving an emergency distress signal from a remaining traffic station of the system. Seems there are survivors under siege from a pirate fleet. They need our help, Commander. 10 population. Okay. Fix you. That. We're good on all that. I could start upping this stuff. Wouldn't kill me. Okay, let me. There we go. All right. We got ourselves fixed up. Almost forgot about doing that. Auto U. Let's see. We need Hydrium for you. So if we behave and I don't buy anything, I can get this next turn. So let's do that. Not do anything. Got two big boys. I want to see them. All right. Are all them missiles. We're going to do it again. That's how you do it, Otto. Can unique carrier ultra weapon. And like a third trade route. Increase maximum shields. Okay. Ooh. No. I said I was going to do this. We're going to do that. Let's see. You're going to give me that. Fighters. Scouts. Flat out data. That's fine. You can auto this time. Ammo dump. The fleet returns to the colony after a treacherous voyage that left them empty of supplies. Crew nurses their wounds as the ship resupplies entirely. A crowd of the colonists gather around the carrier with a mountain of ammo crates for us to use. Commander, workers that are able to are transferring the extra ammo on board the fleet. We should thank the colonists for their kindness whenever we can. Gain 2,000 fuel. Thank you, Mr. Willie. Thank you. That will help me get more shields, or I could get more Stingray fighters. They're not bad. Go get that running. I'm full up on everything. Let's just get the sector back. Here we go. Oh, they got 4? That's not fair. Get 10,000 high. If we get the 10,000, we're getting that. Well, it's not like I have a choice in the matter, but double missiles, get them all out there. That's what I want to see. Clear the skies. Swarm! Did we even lose anything? We did not. All right. Let's go right there. Enemy pirates. Okay. So they ignore shields. I don't know if it's all of it, but it'll at least be part of it. That, we don't have enough for that left over. We got a huge chunk of that, so I'm fine with that. Really happy we have that. Free heavy escort. Yeah, we want that. Escort. Okay. More shields. I don't know if that's just fuel. Stingray, carrier energy. Stingray or shields? Heavy fighter damage, though. Got that. That'll give me the, yeah, 4,000 a turn. Really am thinking of upping the shields. Let's up the Stingray capacity. Can I come back? I'd like, I'm thinking minor. No, Admiral, all ships. All right, now I'm willing to listen to what y'all have to say. Get shields. You. We haven't seen these in action. Let's see some. Ooh. That's a lot of missiles. Yeah, you were not betting on someone that had armor. Oh, we lost a lot, though. And we had a reactor meltdown. The fleet bathes in the heat of a nearby star in order to take the fastest route through the star system. Why'd you do that? Carriers overcharged this reactor in order to survive the voyage, but it seems time isn't on our side. Reactor crews are reporting that our engine reactor is reaching unstable levels and our cooling systems, well, they're failing across the board. Commander, we need to send emergency maintenance crews down to the reactor level if we hope to avoid a complete nuclear meltdown. Lost some fuel. Not huge, but not great. Ooh, we lost all those. I want the fleet back up and running. All right, we'll see if you can do better. No, you did better. Shut up. They say that's first no matter what. I'd like to get more miners. Ooh, I need to repair. Okay. We'll sit on it. Oh. Endurance victory. Turns played 50. All right. And that is victory for that. So let me see. New game. Is that? Let's just see. Wait, what? The enemy turns until attack. Hidden enemy turns until attack. Fog of war. Strong enemy fleets. More combats. Okay, so if you... Huh. So this is what we were using. So since we beat it once, we unlocked the Mauler class. So anti-missile repair, cluster missiles. Anti-missile repair, tractor beam. So we lose our cluster missiles for a tractor beam. So this gets +4 fighter capacity, 2 light fighters. This one gains 2 heavy fighters instead, but we guaranteedly start out with, 50 fuel income. Energy's the same, shield's the same. We pick up 400 armor. So now we can see at least the command ships. Tractor beam, shield matrix, spawn drones, 50 data, 2 light fighters, energy, shields. All right, so you move closer to like an automated shield kind of thing. Colony ship, armor, not bad. So we're looking at 1,200, 100,000. So you gain 200 armor in place of 50 shields, if you want to say that. We keep the anti-missiles. We keep the cluster missiles, but instead of a repair, we get drones. We start with 10 more population. 1,000. All right, so we start with the 1,000 starting fuel. However, we do not, have a production on this. It's just we start with it. That's pretty. Yeah. Oh, and we got the outriggers unlocked. We could start with 50 fuel per turn. We start with a workshop. I don't remember which one the workshop was. 100. Let's see. We were getting 100 money per turn. I'm going to guess that's Hydrium since that's technically money. And we start with 2 extra miners, so that's actually pretty big. All right, well, I think we'll do another run later, and let's try these outriggers. That's not bad. Let's see, unlocked by beating 10 bosses, and we did what? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, because you only get so many turns, and the fact that I wasn't, every time that boss was up, we didn't smash them. And I wasn't using treaties to skip some of those battles either. I fought them all so that way we get a lot of faith. I'm not gonna lie, I'd like to see at least what this is, but that I didn't, the demo we fought, I ran it a couple of times and it didn't unlock this. So this is 100%. I didn't know this was in here at all. Because as many times as I ran the Human Federation, just practicing, playing, having a good time. Of course, then again, that's right. It was on a timer. You couldn't finish actually a run because it was so many turns, not the set amount of turns. So technically that makes sense because I didn't finish a run like I did just then. All right. I think we'll do another run of this next time and we'll pick someone else. Maybe Outriggers. Pirates could be fun, but I'm thinking maybe Outriggers. Because the good thing with this, they have weapons that ignore shields and fastest speed. Start with 2 heavy fighters. They get data. I don't know. Maybe pirates. That could be fun. Fuel, data. I mean, fuel, data. That's not bad. That would help us get ranked up tech-wise really, really quick, which they might actually need. Kind of depends, because I don't remember if all the tech trees are the same or not, and the hymns. So, we'll think about that between now and next time in another run with Hyper Empire. So, until next time, I hope you have a good day, good afternoon, whichever the case might be. But until then, I shall see you all on the flip side.